Mahadev, Saturn Mercury conjunction, which is one of the most interesting conjunction in Vedic astrology. What are the results and how are these genius, serious looking people of Saturn Mercury? Let's figure it out in this video today. What is Mercury? Mercury is speech. Mercury is analytical ability, and Mercury is communication. How we communicate ourselves using language and words. And what is Saturn? Saturn is fear, anxiety, practicality, focus, direction, right? So when both of them come together in one house and one sign, what happens? Here Saturn feels very good with the association of Mercury. He takes all the help from Mercury because Mercury is Saturn's friend. And what about Mercury? Mercury treats Saturn neutrally. Mercury treats Saturn as neither his friend nor his enemy. Because of that, Saturn somehow sucks all the energy out of Mercury and starves him or suppresses him, because Mercury is a small planet and very wobbly, resulting in which these people, they feel a lack of connectedness with the world, because Mercury is communication. So they feel as if they are unable to communicate with others, they are unable to feel understood, they are not heard, nobody is listening to them. They feel like that, which is very, very painful, as if there is no friends, because Mercury also represents friendship and friends. So what happened that they have become like this? During their childhood, they were not like this. They did express themselves playfully, joyfully. They used their Mercury fully as a boy or as a girl, like every other child, innocent child, right? But the villains, the Saturnian villains in their life, those people, the people, those who acted as Saturnian people, anybody, they could have been anyone, right? Family members or teachers or neighbors or anyone, they treated them or scolded them in such a manner that they felt embarrassed. Don't do this, don't talk too much, hey, why you are shouting, don't talk too loudly, come here, don't go outside, come here, play with Legos, hey, this is the time, bedtime, this is to go sleep. So like that, somehow they are always putting boundaries onto those childs, always suppressing their joyful, youthful qualities of Mercury, not letting them freely express themselves using words and speech. Because of that, it made them feel very uncomfortable or unheard. They felt unheard, right? So, because of this, because all this happened during the childhood, so their brain somehow got coded in this way, So whenever they later on as a adolescent or as in their early 20s maybe, or maybe later on also, whenever they tried to speak something, they tried to express something, they try to make it very, very perfect. If I say something, it should be so perfect that it should not embarrass me. There is no way that whatever I say should bring any criticism or any disrespect towards me. So then they try to perfect everything, especially their speech. And that's what happens with Saturn, right? Whichever planet sits with Saturn, Saturn makes that planet, makes that planet feel as if he has to become absolutely perfect. And the planet itself becomes perfect at the end of the day. With time, right? So they are all about perfecting their Mercury. These people are all about perfecting all these Mercurian qualities. Communication, logical analytical intelligence, friendships, and all their expressions. Any expression, whether written communication, verbal communication, or however they cast themselves out in the outer world, that is what they have to perfect. That's what they feel. That's what the Saturn Mercury together makes them feel. And what is the result? They do become perfect. Genius people. Einstein, right? Einstein did not speak till the age of 6. And many other people are there. I had a client, she did her PhD from United States in the 70s, and she worked in the US Department of Justice. She was my client, and some days she said something, and I said something back, and she's saying sorry multiple times. I said, it's okay, don't be embarrassed, it's okay, all right. But still saying sorry, very sorry. And she was triple my age at that time. So imagine. So this is what it is. So they never want to make a mistake. They are always trying to correct. They are always trying to do focus and make everything perfect. So due to that, they achieve that tremendous amount of this this cognitive power, that this sharp Mercurian power later during their life, that they can penetrate and solve any problems. They can become scientists, mathematicians, excellent writers, professors, anybody, you name it. There are many professions right nowadays. So because they can use their cognitive resources. What is cognitive resource? The RAM of our brain. What is RAM? RAM is the limited memory, right, which is the functional memory we have to use to do our tasks, whether it is phone or our computer. So similarly, the brain, we have limited amount of that focusing capacity, cognitive resource. So they can use all of that and do things. What a remarkable ability. Which makes them very perfect, which gives them this perfection. That is their, makes them this genius. Because as Swami Vivekananda said, a difference between a poor man and an extraordinary man lies in the degree of concentration. Okay, so it is the concentration which makes us perfect. So they figure it out on their own that this is what it is. So in return, what is the difficulty? See, you are able to use all of that concentration, all of that cognitive resource to solve all the problem. But what about your life? You are so hardwiredly focused to solve all the problem of life, but in the meantime you forget to live your life itself. Sometimes these people are very lonely. They don't have friends. They lose the capacity to make friends because they become so educated and highly intellectual and highly knowledgeable that they think, oh, what is the point of having friends? What is the point of having these tribal discussions? Well, the joy and the laughter and all of this comes from these tribal discussions only, right? The Mercury, who is the mimicry artist, Mercury is the comedian, the fun-loving, youthful, jolly person. That is Mercury. What is his significance? You have to use that Mercury in those aspects too. Then only you can feel happy. Then only you can feel as if you are living. Otherwise, life will become so, monotonous and morbid. There will be no fun of living the life. What is the point of becoming a mathematician who doesn't smile? Or the IT employee who has no social life? So, you need to live your life, right? Those experiences and those days where you had to make everything perfect are actually over. Now you have reached a certain age. When you have crossed your 30s, or you're in your mid 30s, or maybe you're in 40s or 50s, right? Or maybe you're approaching towards 30. Those things have started to change. Ever heard of neuroplasticity? Right? The brain is always changing. That is how you have become so smart, right? Haven't you? You have worked so hard on your Mercury, on your analytical intelligence, on your speech, and you have changed the bloody neural connections which gave you those fears. Now there is no point of being so afraid, there is no point of being so fearful to express yourself or to make new friends or to be in love, fall in love, right? Or to marry someone with whom you can laugh and live your life, right? Because you have changed, right? The experiences are there, but they don't impact you anymore. And when you cross the sweet 36 age, Saturn sets you free. He no longer controls you. Then it is only you, your own memory. Because according to modern positive psychology, we have this, two self. One is memory self, memorizing self, and the experiencing self. The memorizing self is always, our somehow clouding our judgment and not letting us evaluate ourselves properly, evaluate the present properly. The perception is not always right. Even though you are so focused and you have excellent, exceptional problem solving ability, but you are not always right about yourself, right? So all I am telling you to do is live your life. You have one life and you are perfect, and you will become more perfect with more age and more time. But what about the other qualities of the Mercury, right? The joyfulness, the playfulness, they will only come when you embrace your life. So time has come to embrace your life, right? So this is how you should look, this is how you should change your perspective, and your brain will again become perfect. It will again rewire and you become more perfect and perfect, perfect brain. Probably you can donate your brain to some institute when you die, as like how people donate their organs, right? So some of you might not find this joke funny. It's not a joke, just recommendation. So this is what I am trying to tell you. So live your life, okay? Laugh, and also you have to sleep well. You have to sleep very well, okay? No matter whenever you sleep on a certain time and wake up at a certain time. You have to sleep for 8 hours, according to neuroscience, modern neuroscience research. 8 hours you have to sleep, and no things, no drugs, no alcohol, or no too much of caffeine or screen time, which destroys your cognitive capacity. So all of this you must do. And if you are a devoted person, you want to worship the Lord, you believe in a higher power, then you do Vishnu Sahasranam, half an hour that takes, you can listen to it in YouTube. And you can worship Dakshinamurti, which is Shiva. You can do that. Okay? I hope this could help. And if you agree with me, please tell me in the comments. And even if you disagree, please express yourself in the comment section. I am not Saturn. Okay? I am from Love Planet. So I will not criticize you or feel in that way how you must have felt. So if you disagree, please let me know. If you agree, let me know. So that I can feel that connectedness, that I have connections with you. And obviously don't forget to subscribe, okay, and hit the like button. Okay, I wish you all the best. Smile. Har Har Mahadev.